Hey guys, this is Bharadwaj with FoneArena.com and this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. Having created a whole category of large screen devices, Samsung has now outed the third iteration of its popular Note series with top-end specifications. With the S Pen and its utilities being a major selling point, does the Note 3 justify its steep price of $49,900? Let's find out. Starting with the design, the Note 3 looks very much like a stretched out Galaxy S4 with a brushed look under the glass and chrome accents on the front. But the back is a whole different story. Made to look like leather, the plastic back manages to up the premium feel of the device to an extent that was previously unimaginable. The back looks like leather and feels a lot like it too, hence improving the overall build quality of the device. Only thing we didn't like in the otherwise well-built phone was the false metal sides with the lines made to resemble the pages of a book. It had random dents on a review unit which might be isolated, but it looked cheap, especially near the ports. The build quality might be better than the Note 2, but impressively the Note 3 is thinner and lighter too. Weighing in at 168 grams, the device is 15 grams lighter and 1.1 millimeters thinner. Considering the improved internals, this is a job well done by Samsung. Going through the hardware, you have a single sheet of glass over at the front and a 5.7-inch display underneath. Above the display, you have the earpiece, a couple of sensors, the notification LED and the front-facing camera. The hardware home button and the two capacitor short keys with backlight and haptic feedback are placed below the display. You have the power lock switch over at the right and the volume rocker over at the top left, which we felt could have been in better reach if lower. The top houses the 3.5mm audio jack, the IR LED for controlling TVs and media players through the Watch On app, and the secondary microphone for noise cancellation and stereo audio in video recording. Over at the bottom, you have the micro USB 3.0 port, the grill loudspeaker, the primary mic for voice calls, and the S Pen dock from where you can slide the S Pen out. The 13-megapixel camera is located on the soft touch fold at the back and sits on a raised hump along with a powerful single LED flash. Underneath the removable back cover is the 3200 mAh battery and the stacked slots for the micro SIM and the micro SD cards. Let's talk about some hardware highlights now. The 5.7-inch display on the Note 3 is great. It might be of the pentile variety, but it is dense, colorful, and really bright to make the complaints irrelevant. Along with great viewing angles, the display has all the traits of a well-made AMOLED panel, and to top it off, it also has an active digitizer layer over it to support the various functions of the S Pen. Minor quirks of a green gradient at extreme viewing angles and unoptimized auto brightness for outdoor visibility aside, this is probably the best AMOLED screen we have seen and used. The S3 and the Note 2 shared the same camera unit, so it is natural that the Note 3 shares the same 13-megapixel Sony Exmor RS unit from the S4. Coupled with the f2.2 lens, the Note 3 performs very similar to the S4 as expected. The camera UI too might be similar, but it has added a couple of new options like the surround shot mode that takes 360-degree panoramas and a new nonsensical golf mode. Other than that, we have the new video modes that take advantage of the processing power with 120fps 720p slow motion mode and the 60fps Full HD 1080p video capture. These are some of the things that are currently exclusive to the Note 3 and are not available on other Samsung devices yet. Coming to the camera performance, the device actually takes colorful and detailed shots, but slightly underexposed and sharpened to our tastes. With the new Smart Stabilization mode, the Note 3 takes much better low-light photos than the S4, and that is a good thing. You can take a look at our samples in the full review and watch the camera review for the complete take on the camera and its UI. Moving on to actual performance, the Note 3 has an upgraded Exynos 5 octa processor, the 5420. It has 8 cores, 4 of them A15 and running at 1.9 GHz, and the other 4 A7 running at 1.3 GHz. But due to the nature of the big little architecture, only either A7 or A15 can run at the same time, which technically makes it a quad-core processor. It has a new ARM Mali T628 6-core GPU and 3 GB of dual-channel RAM to provide ample amounts of power to run anything, literally. The Note 3 is blazing fast for almost all kinds of tasks. That includes heavy multitasking and even graphically intensive games. We tested out a number of games on the Note 3 and couldn't find a hint of slowdown, which shows off the raw power of the chip. We also ran some benchmarks in which it consistently topped the charts along with its Snapdragon 800 counterpart. In terms of storage, we had the 32GB version, out of which 26GB was available as user available storage. You also have a microSD card slot to expand it further up to 64GB. Connectivity has never been lacking on Samsung devices, and the Note 3 is no exception. But there is something new here, and that is the USB 3.0 connectivity. Being the first phone to sport one, it doesn't have the tangible advantages of data rates, but is a generation ahead of all the other phones, including the Note 2, which performs only at half the speed of the Note 3, as our tests proved. The S Pen is another unique innovation that was made popular with the original Note, but it is now even better with a matte finish build and replaceable pressure sensitive tips. It works great for note taking and sketches, and the pre-installed apps are a delight to work with. Samsung's own S Note has a new interface, and the exclusive Autodesk Sketchbook Pro app is a brilliant app to sketch with. But the S Pen is not for sketching alone, as it can do a lot more with the new Air Command Quick Dial. One can draw and perform actions, or even draw small windows to multitask on a single screen. The implementations just got better, and Samsung seems to have many features for the stylus usage, even if the target user isn't an artist or a reporter. Running on Android 4.3, the Note 3 automatically benefits from the improved GPU optimizations under the hood. But everything above it is completely skinned by Samsung's own TouchWiz UI. The UI has the same look and feel, but brings in a host of improvements. The multi-window feature is vastly improved and offers quick options to switch between the panels and even drag and drop data between the windows. While some features like palm gestures and smart stay are useless, some are really nice, like air view and motion gestures that improve your day-to-day usage. Only thing we missed with the huge 5.7-inch screen was the lack of proper scaling. Samsung had implemented this so well with the Mega 6.3, but Note 3 rarely takes advantage of the huge screen real estate. Coming to apps, the pre-installed Samsung ones include Knox for enterprise security, S Health, which can take advantage of the temperature and pressure sensor right on the phone, the Watch On for controlling TVs and media players, the S Voice, Chat On being the notable additions. It has all the new software that was introduced with the S4, and that's no surprise. And of course you have all the Google apps pre-installed. Coming to battery life, the massive 3200 mAh lithium-ion battery is powerful enough to last you a day's worth of usage. Even under heavy stress, it managed to make it easily through a day, which says a lot. But with numerous software and hardware features on the Note 3, it is inevitable that the battery dies out in at least a day and a half, and the huge screen doesn't help either. However, you can try to further extend it using the power saving option, which will make the Note 3 easily last for 2 days at a stretch. Overall, this is good and long-lasting battery life. In the end, the Galaxy Note 3 is Samsung's top-end offering with cutting-edge specifications and stylish tricks. The improved back was a revelation for us, the display was great, and the new digitizer made sketching way more fun than it used to be. The performance and battery life too are nothing short of amazing, providing the stuff you can do with this power in the software. But yes, this phone might be still huge for small hands, and the design still too dated for people seeking something new. That and other minor turn-offs like proper scaling and too many software features aside, the Note 3 justifies its steep opening price of Rs 49,900, which is more than likely to get lesser over a period of time. To summarize it better, listed here are the pros and cons of this device. So that's it for our video review. Do check out a fully detailed analysis of the Note 3 on our blog. The links are in the description below. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do hit the like button and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos like these. Thanks for watching, and let us know what you think in the comment section below.